Hey, ministry leader. Welcome to the Reignite Ecosystem. I'm Danielle Bertrand, the preventative burnout specialist. And today we're talking through how people pleasing can show up, and you guessed it, ministry. As a ministry leader, we are often inclined to hear the stories of so many people that we're assigned to. We hear the testimonies, we hear the prayer requests, we hear the praise reports, and everything in between. And that can be very taxing, especially if we deal with some level of people pleasing. People pleasing can show up in ministry leaders in the way of wanting to be there for everybody, for everything. And can I tell you, you can't. I know nothing is all things are possible with God, but you cannot be everywhere for everybody. You are a human being. Sit with that for a second. Say it out loud if you need to. I am a human being. Yes, the supernatural can work through me, but I am a human being. And when you fully accept and embrace that you are a human being, so many things will change for you. So if you are struggling though with people pleasing, that means every time somebody calls and needs some help, you're trying to get there to the point. All right, let's talk about this for real. When people need you in the space of ministry, you've been assigned to them for whatever that thing that you're leading. And yes, they're going to need help, but you can't take it on as your sole responsibility as the only person in this earth that can possibly assist them. Because if you do that, you are going to find that there is nothing left for you. There is nothing left for the actual assignment that God gave you to do. There is nothing left for your family. Yet you've given so much. One of my friends say when she done had a rough day or it's just a lot going on, she says they done got the butter from the duck. Now she from Savannah, so I don't know if y'all say that where y'all from. I said, Jay, what you mean the butter from the duck? Ducks don't have butter. She said exactly. People have begun to take stuff from you that you don't even have to give. How are they getting that? Because you are people pleasing. Because you think if you say no, that their whole world is going to end. The reality is, unless it is a actual life and death situation, they're going to find another resource to get the thing done. And maybe you're saying, oh, but they can't find another resource. I'm the only person. You give them options for another resource. You cannot continue to function as if you are their source. We know God is the source. And if you continue to function like that, people pleasing is going to keep tearing your tail up. You are burned out in ministry, not because of the actual assignment that God gave you, but because of all the other things that you keep giving that He is not asking of you. People are asking those things of you, but God is not asking that level from you. You are so worried about being functioning perfectionism, and God just wants you to do it in excellence. God is okay that you went home and took a nap and that you didn't stay for the meeting after the meeting. Okay. Ouch. Amen. Yeah. God is okay that you had a birthday dinner scheduled so you couldn't stay and clean up, but you helped to set up. He's okay that you have a life. And what begins to happen is, and I have seen it time and time again, that ministry leaders often begin to stick so closely to the church calendar or the ministry calendar that your life just begins to disappear. You're at church for a meeting, you are at church for a planning, you're at church setting up, you're at church taking it down, you are at church with the volunteers, you at church. You're at church. But while you're at church, because you're so focused on that thing, you're not building new relationships. You are not letting people know about salvation. Like, you're so focused on doing the work, and you're doing the work to the level you're doing the work because you don't want anybody to be mad at you. Can I tell you something? God is not upset with you. You do not have to feel guilty when you say no. You do not have to feel guilty when you know God is nudging you to change ministries or pull back or even add a little bit more somewhere else, because you're so worried about what people are going to say. You're worried that people are going to say, oh, I knew they wouldn't equip for this anyway. The devil is a liar. You need to move with what God is telling you to do. Stop giving so much that you have nothing left to stand on yourself. You are actually pouring from an empty cup to the point the cup is about to break. We have seen over time so many ministries, the leaders are just, they're like, I gotta let this go. I can't do this anymore. Why have they got to the point where they can't even do the thing God called them to do anymore? Because they started doing what people wanted them to do. They started seeing either fame, or they started seeing notoriety, and it was like, I got to keep going like this, and that was never what God asked them to do. And so you're listening to this right now for a reason. Some of you are on the brink of saying, I got to let all of it go. But I'm here to be a warm hug to say, hey, God is pleased with what you are doing. Do not allow people to cause you to give what you actually don't have. You are taking from your future to give to their present. And so when you get to your future, there's nothing left for you. You're giving time, you're giving finances, you're giving levels of encouragement that was never your assignment. And when you do other people's assignment, can I tell you something? As an educator, if a student did somebody else's assignment and I realized, wait, you didn't do this. This was that I didn't assign this to you. I assigned this to somebody else. Why you did it? You still don't get a grade for it. It was almost if you did it for nothing. And I'm not saying what you're doing has no effect on people, because it actually does. But it's having a negative effect on you. Whew. Just because what you're doing is having a positive effect on somebody else, you cannot negate that it's having a negative effect on you. There is a way to do ministry and to lead and to show up that everybody is getting what they need. And some of you are showing up in ministry to the point where nobody's even having the access to pour back into you. You missed the whole service because you're doing this, that, and the third. You don't know what the word was about. God was trying to talk to you, and you're so busy serving everybody else. I need you to reconcile with yourself. Yes, God has assigned me to do something, but He has not assigned me to do everything. God has assigned you to do something, but He has not assigned you to do everything. And when you come to grips with that, life is going to seem so much fuller. There's going to be a level of joy that you cannot even explain, because you are going to do what He told you to do, nothing more, nothing less. And burnout will not have access to bury you. I know that was a lot, especially for our first one, but I was prompted to speak the way that I did because the enemy wants to bury you so that you won't fulfill your assignment. And people are actually needing and waiting on you for something, but not for everything. If this blessed your heart, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share with other ministry leaders, make sure you comment, let me know, because I will be sure to read them and respond and all of those things. But this is only the beginning at the Reignite ecosystem. I'm Danielle Bertrand, the preventative burnout specialist, and burnout will not bury you and not on my watch. Until next time.